Boy, that's good tea this morning. Let's finish this subject on prayer of agreement. Yesterday, I forgot to say Jesus is Lord. Hey, the word works. I said, decide what you want, then make sure you got the word on it. Find somebody that's a believing believer. And then four, when you set yourself in agreement, don't waver. That's what the two of you are really supposed to help each other do. Don't waver. If you're believing God for $100, and I usually am, of course, I'm believing God for a whole lot more than that. But anyway, I'm not going to take less and say, well, God answered my prayer, okay? So the fourth thing is to make sure that you get the thing that you prayed for. I'm believing God for miracles. I mean, there's some things I'm believing God for that if I told you, it just your mind would go, wow, tilt. That's beyond anything I can believe. But I remind you that God said He can do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. So the fourth thing is to make sure that you're going to stand, and having done all, stand and get it. Well, then after you do that, the two of you should get together from time to time and just remind each other. Number five, we're in agreement on this, and we are. I mean, Pat and I are believing God for some things in our family situation. We're believing God for some things in our financial situation. We're believing God for things, open doors in ministry, and things that you wouldn't understand even if I'm saying it to you. So from time to time, we'll sit down. You see us from time to time go out. We're going to go out to breakfast this morning, and we'll sit down and we'll talk our faith. Because I remind you, powerful statement I'm going to give you here today. Faith-filled words that come out of a word-ruled heart and mind control all of the circumstances. So when we're together, we're always talking our vision. We're always talking about what we are believing God for God to do in our lives. We do that. She's the one that I agree with. So we talk about that, and I say, we still in agreement on this? Oh yeah, we're still in agreement. We're still believing God. We're not relinquishing our faith. We're not getting weary in well-doing and think, well, I guess maybe that was bigger than God. Oh no, that helps you to stand, and having done all, stand and then begin to praise God. Pat and I was coming back yesterday from someplace. I think we had been to Dillard's to buy some clothes. In fact, I think this shirt I bought up there yesterday, well, she bought it for me. And so we were on our way back, and I said, you know, if so-and-so, I just kind of making the story, if so-and-so were to call me and say, I know that you're believing for this, and I want to do this for you, you know what I would do? I told her sitting in the car, we was driving back, I said, you know, I'd say to that person, well, thank you very, very much, even though it hadn't been done yet. But I would thank them for it because I know that that person that I called is a man of his word. Well, you ought to know that God is a man of his word. So the fifth thing that you do after you've decided what you want, after you've found a believing believer and gone to the Word and planted the seed of the Word, got all three of those things right, and then you set yourself in agreement, and that's what you do. I make a quality decision that the two of us is going to agree is touching anything. God's going to hear that prayer and do that. Well, then since you believe that, you say, Father, I just thank you. I praise you. I rejoice with you that you've heard my prayer and that you're going to do it, because praise is the first corresponding action that you can have after you've released your faith and believed God, because God heard it, God's doing it, and so I rejoice. Well, that's the steps to what is prayer of agreement. You need to do those 5 steps. Make sure you got them down. It's not just going to say, well, you agree with me, so-and-so. You know, I have people all the time, and I don't mind agreeing with you. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. But brother, will you agree with me for this or that? I don't know you. I'm not saying that I won't agree with you. I'm just saying I need to know that you're not going to waver and that you're going to stand, and we're going to get this thing, because when I pray, I expect results. Why pray if you never know what God's going to do? Hey, I got to go, saints. Have a great day. And until I'm with you tomorrow, remember all day, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.